A lot of experiences with schizophrenia do happen to have like this sense of a mockery. Most cases of schizophrenia is heavily documented in first world or Western societies, and when that happens, it's going through a lens of the Western experience, and I think in 2025 we can all agree it's not the greatest. And if that's already not a great experience for people who are neurotypical, imagine what it's like for a person whose conscious and subconscious mind split. Of course you're going to feel like you're being followed around, or everything's watching you, or you're terrified that something's going to poison you, or all sorts of these different things. It's not the person with schizophrenia's fault. I think that it's just a byproduct of what kind of a world or a society that we live in, because a lot of people with schizophrenia are like reflections of the world we live in. If you take experiences of people living with schizophrenia that live around very loving communities and people who do not judge them harshly based on the fact that they see things others might not, or experience reality in a different way, you'll notice a lot of the time those people with schizophrenia express that a lot of their hallucinations, while they can be a little mischievous feeling, for the most part are pretty happy. I'm around a community and a culture that doesn't treat schizophrenia like it's the worst absolute thing you could be or go through, although they do pay respect to the challenges of it, which is just as important. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people with schizophrenia are reflections of who they're around, what they're consuming, who they talk to, what they read, because schizophrenia is a heavily subconscious experience. And so if you're constantly hyper-focusing on specific things, you will see them pop up in your hallucinations, voices, and haunt you in your dreams. You can't help that you schismed, and you're not choosing to act in an odd way. It just happens to be that you're surrounded by stimuli, sensations, and experiences that kind of add fuel to that hyper-intense perception. So I think when you work with people who have schizophrenia or live with people who deal with it, the most important thing to keep in mind is kindness. And not just like your good vibes only toxic positivity kindness. I mean true actual kindness, which is you're present when they talk to you, you're supportive when they need you. Don't let people walk over you, but at the same time, try to find any connection that you can out of unconditional love and understanding. And you can work from there to create trust and build better routines and a better life with a person with schizophrenia. As scary as it is sometimes and as uncomfortable as it is, the most important thing you can do is kind of have like faith in the fact that you have to give people time. And if you are going to give someone a nudge to get better or get well, you have to approach it kindly and not sneak up on them, if that makes sense. No matter how dark or cruel things have gotten for me, there's always been something reflecting back and saying, keep going. And whether that's a song or the way that an animal looks at you and makes you feel not so alone, those things matter when you have schizophrenia. It's a very intense experience, and it requires a lot of compassion and a lot of trusting that even in baby steps, it'll get better over time.